Welcome back to another episode of Rob and Avis Ramble. I know it's been a little bit. We were gone for like 6 weeks. Was it 6 or 7?
I think it was 9. I don't
It was a long time. We were gone, and just got back home last week. We've been home a week, trying to settle back in and get back to this. So I apologize to all of our millions of adoring fans who love to hear us ramble that we were out for a period of time. But hey, we're back. We're gonna try to do this a little bit more often now that we're home until we leave town again, whenever that is. Good?
Yeah.
Good. All right, perfect. All right, let's jump right back into it. So yes, so now that I'm back home, kind of with the a vengeance, I'm able to kind of get back to the Twitter for X, formerly Twitter world,
Mm-hmm.
and just go out and say stuff that's on my mind. And I apparently made some people a little angry yesterday.
Yeah. I've been following along, and I find it very
You've
entertaining.
been reading all the comments.
Yeah. Pissant is my favorite.
I got called a pissant.
No, actually, not you. Somebody else.
Oh, somebody else who was agreeing with me got called a pissant. Yeah, you were. You said a couple times to me yesterday, and a couple times even today, as the kind of more comments were coming in that you were like, "This is entertaining. This is funny."
Yeah.
Yeah. So the topic was so Allie. There's an account out there called Allie, and Allie had posted or reposted something about Jennifer Love Hewitt. I know you saw it because you were following all the stuff, all the drama. And so they had a picture of Jennifer Love Hewitt. I don't know. People are saying it's from her as a teenager. I don't know if that's true.
Okay, so I ran that picture through Grok.
Oh, okay.
And I asked Grok, how old is JLH in this photo?
Okay, what did it say?
Grok said somewhere between 18 and 22.
Okay, so an adult.
Yes.
According to Grok, not a minor, as other people are saying. Not
a minor.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how old Jennifer Love Hewitt was in her heyday. I would associate her heyday with the Heartbreakers movie. I mean, She looked good in that movie. She was hot.
Yeah, probably early 20s.
Early 20s. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, so it had this. We're just going to go with early 20s, somewhere between 18 to 20s.
Was that picture from Heartbreakers? Sorry.
I don't believe so.
Okay. Yeah. I don't either. Anyways.
Maybe she was a little older in Heartbreakers. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, because I think she got her start in Party of 5.
Okay, maybe. So maybe it's from that era is when the picture is. But I remember in like Heartbreakers, she was still hot. Like how old she was then. So we're just going to say whatever this pre-era was, probably in her late teens to 20s, something, maybe even mid to late 20s. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So it had this picture of her, and then it had a picture of her just recently at some new movie premiere.
Yes.
And she'd grown quite a bit.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, I had just made a comment that, not my ideal, but that, this is like, because we like to talk about this marriage topic and kind of what are the ingredients that go into keeping a marriage kind of spicy and fun, right?
Yeah.
And she had what's the word I'm looking for? You don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're going with this.
I don't either.
Interestingly, while you're thinking, she played a character on a show that I watched.
Okay.
And I think
like
it
a
was
recent show?
Yeah, a fairly recent show. I think it was 911. I'm not exactly sure on that, but she was heavier in that show.
Was she? So she's lost some weight since then.
In my opinion, I believe she has slimmed down a little since then.
Okay. I know where I was going with this.
Okay.
So what I had posted about was, a lot of men, this is one of the great fears that men have.
Yeah.
That, they're going to marry a chick who's going to be the kind of like 20s, they're going to be in their 20s. They're going to marry, Jennifer Love Hewitt. And they're going to find themselves in the 40s with a girl who's like roughly double the size.
Right.
And like is a still like very vital, 40 something man or even 50. Not really what you want out of your wife.
Right.
Yeah. So I just pointed this out and I just said, hey, like this is kind of an example, right? This is like what men fear.
Yeah.
And man, it kicked off a lot of nasty comments to me. Some supportive comments as well. Not of me, but just of the idea. And,
Right.
You know. So, what say you? I mean,
well, in my research with Grok, I learned.
So you're using AI assistant now. Did you use the sexy little character chick? No. Okay.
I did not. But I learned. So she is almost exactly 5 years younger than me.
Yeah.
She was born in February, almost the same date, 5 years before me. After me. Sorry.
Okay. Yes. Before you. After you.
After me. She's younger than I am.
Yes, because you're older.
By about 5 years.
Yep.
I personally would not feel good if I look like that.
Yeah.
I don't believe I would feel good.
Yeah.
Just physically if I look like that either.
I would not feel good if you look like that either. And that was actually one of the things I said in the post that got me a little bit of heat was I said something about, you know, the man would be pretty disappointed.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a lot of comments, grown women don't look like their high school versions. And I do believe that is a fair statement, but not to the extreme that people were trying to make it out to be.
Yeah.
I certainly don't have the same body I had when I was in high school.
In some ways, it's better.
Yes, in some ways it's better. I've learned more about health and fitness, and I spend a lot of time on it. But my curves are different. My shape is different.
Yeah.
And that comes from growing, maturing, having children, and things like that. So yes, a body changes, but that doesn't mean that it has to be let go of.
Yeah.
Which I think is a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, you know, what I would say is, I mean, you can't, we're all going to age. We can't do anything about aging, right? We're going to, like, our faces are going to show it. Our hands are going to show it. We're going to do things. But I still believe you can be the best that you can be at any age. And body composition or, you know, how much additional weight you're carrying, right? And I say this as someone, I'm not perfect. Believe me. Like, I've got work to do. I do. You know, I'm not, like, trying to come at this and saying, like, I'm, like, or you, right? I mean, same.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not like we're trying to say that like this is like the ideal, but we're like what we're doing is the ideal. But I do think that there is a minimum that you should try to maintain.
Sure.
That's not only for health, but also just for kind of the sexual health of your marriage.
Yeah. I've been pretty open where I think a curvier woman that's not obese is a healthy person. We disagree on that. I know you like a much leaner figure, but from the broad spectrum, I'm okay with a woman being a little bit curvier if that's what her husband is okay with as well.
Is this the whole women telling women they look good when they don't to lessen the competition thing?
No.
Because
I would tell her that she would look better thinner, but I would tell her that health-wise, there's a line there between like you can be curvier and still be in a good health range. No comorbidity factors or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, health, that's what we're really talking about.
Yeah. Health and aesthetics necessarily don't go hand in hand.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think a healthy body has to be the leanest body out there.
Yeah.
But aesthetically, I think a lean body looks nicer.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like leanness.
Yeah. So I'm not like, I've been open with that in all of our conversations. We do have a little bit of a differing opinion there. I'm okay with a curvier figure if it's in the healthy range.
Yeah. But you being the good wife that you are, you do, even because you're aware that I like a little bit, you know, leaner look, you know, you do strive for that kind of the best you can. Yeah.
I'm, what are we calling it? Reaching out for help because perimenopause is kicking my butt and I'm just trying to understand some things. And so there's people out there that can research things much faster than I am. So I've employed a partnership of a coach.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's a recent development. Well, you've had coaches off and on.
I have, but my knowledge of health and fitness is pretty broad and good compared to the average, we'll say, housewife person. So I've always been able to do a pretty good job, but you know, hormones.
Yeah, there's new factors in play.
Yeah, there's new factors in play, and I don't quite feel like I think I could level up. So
yeah,
trying to figure that out.
Yeah. So I got off on where I was going with this, but I think I was just wanting to say basically, like, I guess I did say it, being the best that you can be at any age, right? Like, you should, if for no other reason, for your health, but it's good for your marriage. It's good for your relationships. It's like, I was kind of blown away. Okay. And let me just say, not 100%. Most of the comments that people were coming and going, she's not overweight. She looks fine. She's attractive. Were coming from women.
Yes.
And a lot of these women are getting angry about not only what I said, but what some other men had said. And to me, I think it's because it's like pushing a button about how they feel about themselves.
Sure. Right? Yeah. A lot of women want that curvier, body positive body to be accepted.
Yeah. But because it's hard work sometimes not to be that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a conversation with one of my larger friends not that long ago, and she said, behind every fit chick is a chubby girl. And I'm a little bit bold with my statements sometimes. And I was like, well, chubby is a choice.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, it is.
That should be on a shirt. Chubby is a choice.
I think you're crossing a line there.
Nah, that won't get me much hate at the grocery store, will it?
They're going to assume not your body.
And they're going to be like, all right, doughboy. Yeah.
They're going to poke your pants.
Yeah. Hey, I'm working on it. But yeah. So, but we've talked about this many times, right? Like that. Yeah. That you. And I think it is more true. It's true of everybody to a degree, but I think it is more of a dynamic for women in kind of the sexual interdynamics and relationships for women that women need to feel good about themselves.
Yes.
And if somebody does or says something that kind of rocks their world in a way that they don't feel good about themselves, I could see that causing kind of like a mental like break and a disconnect in a way that like, I no longer feel sexual, or maybe I didn't feel sexual, to begin with, because I already wasn't feeling good about myself. And now somebody's pointing that out. Right.
Yeah.
So I kind of get it.
Yeah.
And I can't say this is true of 100% of the women that comment. I don't know these women. I can't see these women. Right. I'm just kind of making some conclusions, but generally speaking, and I've said this plenty of times on our account before, and I'm going to say it again. One of the like really nice things about having a woman who feels good about herself is that she doesn't get hung up on this sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So generally speaking, a woman who feels good about herself isn't going to feel the need to jump in and argue and all these other things when they see someone pointing out a woman. They're saying, hey, that's not so necessarily attractive, because it doesn't say anything about them.
Right.
It's when it says something about them that they kind of feel like they need to jump in there. And now that I'm saying this on here and we're going to post it, and I'm going to get a bunch of really fit chicks coming and screaming at me. That's fine. You're completely wrong. We're going to come to the aid, but then I'm going to chalk that up to the whole like women telling other women they look good when they don't, just to lessen the competition.
Yeah. So recently, this is a tangent. I've noticed a lot of people on social media going from long hair to very short hair.
Yeah.
And they're convincing their friends to do it. Well, did one girl cut her hair off and it was a mistake, and now she's like trying to get other people, like, because misery loves company. Yeah. Like they're all going to have to grow their hair out together.
And I think that is a thing.
It is a thing. It is a thing. And I mean, at first it was just like some of my close friends, but now I'm noticing like there's some celebrities on board, and like it's a viral thing right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's not going to happen in this household.
No.
Yeah. No. I like the long hair. Don't let everybody convince you. No. Most men like long hair. I'm not saying like a short haired chick can't be cute at moments.
Oh yeah.
But not for the long haul. And hair is too much like
Yeah, it's fun, it's flirty, but it just takes too long to grow back out.
Yeah, so I say, like, if you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna do a shortcut just because it's something new and different and fun, but the problem is that's like a 2-year commitment. And, no thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at least 2 years.
I'll be over the saying, yeah, like, it's cute in about 2 days.
Yeah.
So,
Mm.
yeah.
So back to Jennifer Love Hewitt, because I did research on it, and
you and Grok.
Well, yeah, I did talk to Grok, but
not
I also
sexy Grok, just regular Grok.
Regular Grok.
Okay.
I also read like some of the news posts, like from the gossip and all that stuff, and so like one of the things they were praising her because she not only came out a little fluffy, but she was all natural. Like, I don't know if you noticed, like she really wasn't wearing any makeup. She was just sort of like, and then that's a Hollywood trend right now as well, right? To like,
yeah, like Pamela Anderson was doing something kind of similar, wasn't she?
Yeah, she took a lot of flack for that too.
Yeah.
And so like, if she had come out like glammed up in a dress that actually accentuated the figure that she has, I mean, this could be a whole different conversation.
Yeah, you think
she could have presented herself maybe a little better.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, she still would have the body composition she has.
She would, but
you're just saying you can flatter it a little bit differently with clothing, and it might not have been so apparent.
Yeah, she could have framed it a little better.
Yeah,
the dress was just sort of like, it just kind of hung on her, and then like the small straps. I know. I've gone off the rails here.
Yeah, you like are really analyzing.
I did because like I don't want to be like, I don't like attacking women, and I know we're not attacking her. We're just using her as a guide to say, hey, here's what can happen, and I wouldn't be happy with that.
And let me just say very clearly, women, do what you want. I don't actually care what you do.
Yeah.
What I'm interested in is that if you want male attention, then there are certain things that males like. Yeah. And being overweight, unless it's kind of like a fetish or, kind of thing, that's not really it. Most men don't really care for overweight women.
Yeah. But I do think it was a really good classic example of, if you had gotten married early to the picture on the left, and then you wake up today to the picture on the right.
What's happening?
You're going to feel like it's not the same person.
You're one of these, I just, right before we jumped on here, I made a post from Paul, I think it was, who is sharing that like 90% of the OnlyFans subscribers are married men.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, single men, as we know, are just out there making hoes.
Making hoes. You guys got to stop doing that because you're not, this is the problem. We don't want hoes and you're making hoes.
Exactly.
Yeah. But, I think that's the situation you end up in, right? So you married the kind of like, wow, this is a hot chick. She's got the body composition I like, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And, and 20 years later, you have that. And now these are the guys who are subscribing to OnlyFans because what? Yeah. Or having affairs or, doing whatever it is they're doing.
Yeah. Is subscribing to OnlyFans without your wife's knowledge having an affair?
I mean, it's an emotional affair if it's nothing else. I mean, is it like a physical affair? I don't know.
Are you acting on it physically?
Well, the post that I made right before I walked in here, I was saying that, these guys are like, they're making a choice of, they're having a threesome with, with their hand and some chick on the screen.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, so it's kind of physical.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So
I would be seriously disappointed if that was happening.
If I was subscribing to OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I got to go shut down the like 10 accounts I have.
All right.
We're going to have like an extra $30,000 a month though.
Sweet.
That'd be good, right?
That'd be great.
Go buy some new toys.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by toys, you mean things that go vroom, vroom and sit in the driveway?
Yeah, we like those kind of toys.
Okay, great.
All right, fine. I'll get rid of the OnlyFans and we'll buy some more cars. How about that? Stop supporting these OnlyFan hoes.
Yeah. No, but for real, I think you said OnlyFans or an affair. I think if you're doing OnlyFans without your mate's knowledge, do girls do OnlyFans?
Like subscribe to it?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I don't
know.
either.
Yeah.
I've literally thought OnlyFans was just naked pictures of people when
you
I
did.
first learned about it for quite some time.
When you first heard, because as we have mentioned on here before, we actually know a couple girls that do OnlyFans.
Yeah. It seems to grow every year. The number of people we know doing it.
Yeah. It is kind of insane.
Yeah.
And some of the girls, I'm like, okay, yeah, I see it. That makes total sense. Others, you're like, huh,
yeah,
didn't see that coming.
No.
But yeah. So where's I going with that?
Oh, you're talking about me thinking it was only pictures.
Oh, only pictures, right? Yeah. So these women that we know, they're like they are now and they're publicly like, oh, I started an OnlyFans account, and Ava's just like, oh, they're posting naked pictures of themselves.
I was
online.
like, yeah, you go, girl.
And I'm like, that's not really. Not really exactly what I think they're doing.
Yeah.
Nor do I think they should be posting naked pictures of themselves, especially if they're married.
Yeah. If their husband, I mean,
so that you go, girl, you just said, you take back.
And if their husband knows about it, though?
So he's dumbass.
Okay. And then I take it back.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, in the beginning, I had misunderstandings.
Yeah.
That's where that was going.
Yeah. Well, so anyways, I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't know what I think other than like it's a problem if you wake up. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the biggest problem is you shouldn't just wake up to that. We should be attacking it like in smaller bits much faster.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I say that kind of often that like, the time to speak up as a husband is when it's, you look at your wife and like you kind of laugh about it, but there's a little bit of truth to it. Like sometimes I can look at you, like I know when you gain a pound, sometimes I can see it on you.
Yeah.
Right. And, so, I not that you do a very good job, right? So I don't have to necessarily, it's not like a common thing that I have to do, but, I would look at you and I would say, hey, like you need to dial it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm seeing, but it's in my view, it's more loving to do that because if I wait until one, I'm miserable. You've gotten so large, I'm miserable.
Yeah.
Right. And two, it's no longer, 5 pounds.
Yeah.
It's 50 pounds.
Yeah.
And, saying, hey, lose 5 pounds. Okay. I can safely and easily do that in a couple weeks, maybe a month.
Yeah.
Right. Versus saying 50 pounds, like you might be looking at a year plus. That's no fun for anybody.
Yeah. No.
And it's going to, that's that's a long haul. Right. So like me waiting or a husband waiting to speak up is really not that loving to your wife. Like if you're going to wait until it's hard for her to take the weight off to say something, you're an ass.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
She's going to be fucking miserable.
And you've probably been miserable
and
too.
you've probably already been miserable. But she's going to be miserable for like a year.
Yeah.
Trying to get that weight off. You're going to be miserable waiting for her to get the weight off.
Yeah.
So just speak up early. Quit being a pussy. Right?
We've talked about it in the past too. I mean, like, if your husband thinks you're overweight, but he's still willing to have sex with you, like, you're still in a good position, right? Like, I think speaking up definitely before you're like, no, I don't want to have sex with her anymore is like, that's not good for the marriage at all.
Yeah.
Things are going way too far then.
If you're saying, like, you're not, like, sex has stopped.
Yeah.
And they're overweight.
Right.
And you're not speaking up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of women don't like to hear this, but it's true. Like, I mean, sex is like the glue that really holds your marriage together. It really, really is. When the sex is good, pretty much everything else in your marriage is going to be good.
Yeah.
Right. So if anything that's messing with that sexual balance needs to be dealt with immediately. That's not a kind of weight thing. No. So, yeah. And if you're having difficulties being attracted to your spouse.
Yeah.
I meant to ask you, by the way, one of these, like, comments I got said that I was very unattractive. And so is this causing you problems?
No.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah,
I do not find you unattractive.
Yeah. I mean, if it is, I can
It causes me problems when you let your beard grow out too
you
much.
hate it when I don't
But
say
I'd let you know.
You do. You usually tell me. And then
Yeah.
when I feel like it a couple of days later, I do something about it.
And it's not a looks thing. It just it drives my skin crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It hurts. It's a hurts thing.
Yeah. You don't like it because I'm all over you so much. You're just you're prickling me to death.
What I told you, it's like sitting on a cactus.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun, does it?
Not for me.
Just saying. Yeah, you have firsthand experience. You have sat on a cactus.
I have sat on a cactus, yeah. Not one of my finer moments.
No.
Yeah, that was a fun one. We were out camping with some friends, and I accidentally sat on a cactus, and everybody got to watch Avis pick cactus needles out of my ass. Mm-hmm. It was good stuff.
It was so good.
Yeah, a lot of laughs. Not by me. But yeah, I mean, it's anything that's screwing with sex.
Yeah.
Dial it in. Bring it in right away.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I've never understood people that sleep in separate bedrooms.
Yeah. I know. It's a thing some people do.
I know.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Anyways.
Yeah. I mean, how are you supposed to wake up in the middle of the night and have sex if that's happening? I guess you got to get up.
Sneak across the hall.
Yeah,
I guess you're not sneaking. You're adults.
Yeah. Maybe if you have kids in the house. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Just sounds more exciting. Just sneak across the hall.
Yeah.
But if you're sleeping in separate bedrooms, excitement is probably not.
It's probably already a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else do we say on this topic? Anything?
I don't think so.
No?
Do we have anything else?
We beat it up enough. You're going to reach out to Jennifer Love Hewitt and let her know what's up?
No, she probably doesn't know who I am.
Oh, well, she will.
Maybe.
Just reach out and say, hey.
I can give her some tips.
Yeah, give her some tips.
I can get you on the right path.
Yeah. All right. Because we haven't been going that long, and I'd like to go a little bit longer. So maybe let's just slightly change topics.
Okay.
And I'll leave the names.
This is terrifying for me, in case you guys are wondering.
I'm going to leave the name. Well, we were already kind of talking about it a minute ago.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave the names out of it. But I have two guys that I follow on X. We're not friends. I don't know these people personally, but we banter back and forth, right?
Yeah.
But one of them is married. One of them is not married, divorced, currently looking for a wife. It's my understanding. Ideally, trying to find a wife.
Okay.
And the one who is married, he has a great looking wife, hot wife, right?
Okay.
She's a good looking woman, and he is more than happy to share pictures of her, in various states of dress.
Okay.
Okay. Nothing I've ever seen that's crazy risque, but various states of dress. And then, the other guy is I don't think that's appropriate. And they're cool. They're yeah, that's fine. You can have your opinion. You can have my opinion.
Yeah.
And we're cool with that, right?
So the one guy's when I get a girlfand, I'm never going to post her like that.
Or
and the
a
other
wife.
guy's great. I have a wife. This is how I choose to present her.
Yeah. Because he's I'm proud of her. And,
right.
and
Different opinions.
And I'm kind of somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Right. I'm kind of I think I try to think about it as more educational. I don't post anything I haven't posted really any risque pictures of you. I mean, there's been a few in swimsuit kind of deal kind of stuff, right? But nothing really but to me, just with what we're trying to do with this account and just, let people know that you can have a great marriage for decades on end and it can be good, and wives don't have to get to 40. How old is Jennifer Love Hewitt?
46.
Don't have to be 46 and twice the size they were when they were 20.
Yeah.
Right. And just to let people know that you can do those things. That is not a death sentence, as many of the commenters yesterday let me know that you have no choice, that when you are over 40, you are going to gain weight and blow up like a whale.
Yeah.
That's what many of them were basically saying.
Right.
So, it's good to let people know. And maybe, it's one thing to say it. It's another thing to show it. Say, hey, here's my wife. Here's the life I'm living. this is the values that we have. And, this is the things that make our marriage tick. And this is the result. Right. So
Right.
I think the one guy, I think he's kind of coming at it from a similar kind of mindset to how I think about it in terms of like what isn't and isn't appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe the other guy is like, no, that's all mine.
Yeah.
But he's not, his interest is not educational necessarily. Like right now it's educational. He's kind of talking to men that aren't married, that are kind of seeking a wife. He does a lot of that. And sometimes he'll say things about wives too. Mm-hmm. But, I just kind of feel like maybe what he's saying is like the educational kind of thing he has once he gets a wife, not including that component of it. Maybe that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
At least in picture form.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that kind of loops around to what you were saying earlier, which was you talking about the OnlyFans model, posting, and you're like, you go, girl, if it's okay with your husband.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm kind of contradicting myself a little bit from what I said earlier.
You are.
Which is like, but
But OnlyFans, they're using the female form to make money.
Yeah. Well, you could argue some of the social medias too. Not that anybody's getting paid any great amount of money on X
that's true.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
But it is, like you are building a following of people who want to hear what you have to say. And if you're part of building that following is you're sharing pictures to say, hey, this is what we're modeling.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not nude pictures.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the same thing, but it's kind of the same thing.
Well, I guess I'm coming from a point like Playboy magazine was, I'm so old. Playboy magazine was a thing when we were young, and my dad always had Playboy magazine in the house. And so I grew up with the magazines freely available for me to look at. Mm-hmm. We only had girls. There were no young men in the house for my dad to worry about. I don't know if that's why they just laid around. I don't know. But anyways, so I was free to open the magazines and see the women on the pages. And so like that, it didn't faze me. That was just a choice that a woman made to use her body to make money.
Yeah.
In pictures.
Yeah.
And so coming up, like, and into my young adulthood, now I never made the choice, but I don't feel like attacking other women for making that choice. So when I thought it was only pictures, to me, it was just more like digital Playboy.
Right. Which I would say is inappropriate if you're a married woman.
Even with your husband's permission.
Well, that's where I think I'm wavering.
Yeah.
Right. Like I in our relationship, if you would never do this, I know that. But if you came to me hypothetically and were like, you know what, I'm going to start posting naked pictures of myself online for like extra money or, whatever.
Yeah.
And like, I'd be like, no, that's not happening.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I guess in other relationships, I mean, if the husband's the head of the household and he's like, yeah, that's a great idea. Go make us some extra money doing that, which we know in these cases is happening.
Yeah.
Right. Because these husbands are like, it's fine.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm a little harsh on that. Maybe I need to recant and say, yeah, you know what? If your husband's cool with it.
All right. Well, let's say you're a single woman. Does it make you a hoe?
Does it make you a hoe?
I'm all about the hoes tonight.
Apparently.
No, I'm just like, if you're a single woman and you have nobody else, sure, there will be consequences. Maybe you date a man and he's like, you've done this and now millions of men have seen your naked figure.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. And I do think that's a reality.
Right. But are you against it? Yes, that is the consequence, but do you think it should be?
Well, I wouldn't advise it. I mean, do I think there should be a law preventing them from doing it? No.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good idea. And I think it's probably going to cause you problems in your relationship life later.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
pictures even. I mean, and
even
you take that even farther and it's.
You go beyond pictures, it gets worse, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would just say I would strongly recommend not doing that.
Yeah.
Per the knowledge I have and kind of the attitude of men and so forth about that.
Did you ever partake in like a Playboy-esque magazine in your youth?
Not really. I mean, obviously we saw them. I mean, they were around. It was, I mean, every boy sees Playboy at some point, don't they?
I'm not a boy.
Yeah.
Plus, like I said, it was just readily around at my house. It wasn't hidden or put away.
When I was, golly, I don't know, 10, maybe there was a neighbor down the street. It was kind of probably similar to your household, where it was like we would just go over there and like their dad just left Playboy stuff laying around. So sure, I mean, you could see it once in a while, but I don't know.
I mean, my parents, like, they didn't, not that they were like prancing around naked in front of me or anything like that, but to be naked was not a shameful thing in my house.
Yeah, well, your parents are basically like hippies.
Yeah, true. But I'm just saying, so like from my point of view, like the naked body is not ever really like shocked me.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't think God created Adam and Eve naked, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was the intent.
Yeah.
And I don't think there should be any shame associated with nakedness.
Sure, but modesty is a thing too.
I mean, well, I think it's kind of all like the intent. What's the intent, right?
Yeah.
Just the state of being naked is you're just naked, right? That's how God created you. That's okay. Yeah. But then if you're using that in some way that's immoral, different answer.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
Yeah. So. Anyways, I don't know what that says about anything, but I guess that's my stance. I don't, I see it both ways. I don't know. I'm arguing with myself about it. I don't really know.
You did make a post that maybe 2 weeks ago. We were apart.
Okay.
And when we're apart, I like to send you spicy pictures.
I did make a post about that. Yeah.
And you're like, Avis has been sending me pictures. And then I like had this moment of panic that you had posted something that I was going to be just like,
which is,
holy cow, why did you do that?
Which is hilarious because I wouldn't like, I'm very like possessive of you.
Right. But 99% of me knew that you would never, but there was that 1% of like, oh my God, was this the time?
And you're like,
just immediately skipped to the bottom.
Rob was out of my sight. He was out there smoking marijuana, having a moment.
Right.
He was like, this seems like a good idea.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, but like, cause like I'm not comfortable with that. Well, I think it's fine for other women. It's just a line that I'm not doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. You made me panic.
With their husband's consent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or single women.
Single women. Mm. Yeah.
There's consequences, and I don't think it's the best idea. But
yeah.
God knows nobody talked me out of all of my bad ideas.
Yeah. Since when? When you were a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done some bad ideas together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you not remember driving over parking blocks in your car?
Well, okay. Yeah, but that was like stupid teenage stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Dumb things that you did.
Yeah, I was racking my brain. I was like, what is she talking about? But okay, yeah. Parking blocks, yeah. What Ava was referring to one time, we went to the beach and I was like 19.
Yeah.
And stupid punk kid.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm playing my radio loud. I'm probably being a little bit obnoxious. And we jumped in my car and I started it, turned the radio on kind of loud, and this lady, like, that's over, like, she took issue with it.
A mom with children, you mean?
With children, yeah. And she was like, turn that radio down. A total Karen kind of thing, right? And in my super respectful way, I put the car in gear and I peeled out of there.
Yeah.
What I didn't know was there's 2 parking blocks in front of me. And then I went right over in my little 2-wheel drive car that's not meant for that sort of stuff.
Yeah. I also feel like in another time, if we had asked our parents, should we get a puppy on the way home from the hospital with our 3rd child, they would have said no.
Yes. Yeah, we did that too, which is kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know what we were thinking.
This is what I'm saying. Like, there's been some things we should have been talked out of.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing like bringing a newborn and a puppy into the house at the same time.
Especially a puppy that hates you.
Oh, I know, that dog. Dog.
Anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. We've done some dumb things. but I don't know if it's on the same scale as
no
OnlyFans.
It's not. It's not. But I'm just saying, like, to each their own.
These are things you and I can laugh about. These are not things that, like, generations to come are going to be like, oh, I saw grandma's naked pictures online from 40 years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Anyway.
All right. I guess it's enough. Well, I got there's another topic we're going to do. We're not going to do it tonight. And I keep thinking about it. It's the levers topic. I've been talking about it for like 8 weeks, wanting to talk about it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it soon.
Okay.
And we're gonna try to get some guests on here. I've been reaching out to some people, and to see if we can have some discussion with other people. That'd be more fun.
That would be more fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. We'll see where that all goes, but that's the goal.
Excellent.
All right. Wrapping it up. Thanks, guys, for listening. If you listened, I hope this was helpful, at least entertaining if it wasn't helpful. And to all my haters out there, have a good night. Bye.